Hello, how are you? Yeah, welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. My name is Bobby. I am the host of this group, The Spiritual Artist, and this is Daily Fuel. If you don't know what this is, I do a live every day except Sunday, and sometimes I miss Saturdays too, but pretty much every weekday and usually on Saturday is what's happening now. And so if you're watching in the replay right now, hello. And let me know that you're here. You can write comments. You can comment throughout the live. I'll come back and I'll read them, and sometimes I write things back. But put a hashtag. Let me know that you're here. Just put a hashtag replay person, hashtag replay people, hashtag replay is better than live. I don't know. Anything that you like. All right, enough of replay people. You're losers. Jennifer is here. The other day I said I love replay people better than the live people. So today I got to give the live people some love. Jennifer is here. Hi, Bobby. And Mikey's here. Hey. And Robin's here. Hello. And Amy and Jennifer and Robin and Jennifer. Okay, so it's you guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you're joining live, then definitely feel free to comment while I'm doing the live. Let's see if I can get this to work today. There we go. I restarted my phone and it now works again. I think it's because I got the new iOS update or something, and I needed to reboot. Anyway, I got it. So if anybody is anonymous, I can look here and see who you are. Wow, Kelly's here, and hi everyone. Everyone's saying hello, and I'm glad I made it. Yeah, me too. 2 in a row. Hooray. That's great, Kelly. You look like a proud daddy. I am. And Hector is here. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so if you don't know, I've been talking about my daughter applying to art college, art school. She had her heart set on FIT. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tell the story in the main thing, so let me just get started. Resolution. I almost said revolution. Resolution. I actually, I'm going to give a shout out to, have you ever watched Vsauce on YouTube? Not a shout out. I don't know them. Anyway, have you ever seen Vsauce on YouTube? I watched a Vsauce video last night. It was about the resolution of the eye, and he was talking about just the word resolution and a lot of the things that I'm going to say. I was like, wow, this would be a great daily fuel. So I stole the whole thing, and I'm making it a daily fuel. But it also goes along with what happened today, coincidentally, because last night, so as you know, or maybe you don't, but as you may or may not know, my daughter is a high school senior, and she is applying to art colleges in New York City to go for art and design. And she has, for the longest time, had her heart set on FIT. FIT is the Fashion Institute of Technology in Manhattan. So she's had her heart set on it. That was like her top school. Every other school was like backup, you know? So the way college applications work is a lot of them you can apply early, but if they accept you for early, and you either have to accept it or not because they want to fill up those early slots. But SVA, the School of Visual Arts, they had a non-binding early admissions thing. So she applied early and she was accepted, but she didn't have to accept it right away. So she's kind of been holding that one in her back pocket. And she was kind of hoping she'd get into, she applied to 4 schools, SVA and Pratt and Parsons, which is also called the New School, and FIT. So when we applied for FIT, her energy was just like, whoa, I'm so excited about this. Yeah, let's do this. You know, when she got on a Zoom call meeting on college portfolio day and went over her portfolio with people from FIT, and they were giving her pointers and do this and do that. And then she got on another Zoom call when she fixed the things they told her to fix. And then they were like, oh, you are ready to apply. And so she was like all excited about that. And then by the time it got around to applying to some of these backup schools, she was only applying to them because she felt like, well, I can't just apply to one school. I need backup schools, you know? So by the time it got around to the last one, which was Parsons, her energy level had gone like, and Parsons had this whole project you had to do as like on top of all the regular college stuff and the portfolio for design students. They also had this art project that you had to do, and she just did not want to do it. So the day that she was going to do it, her energy level was just like bottomed out. She had can I say your name? Catherine. Yeah. Can I see my name? Yeah. I just looked down. I'm like, I thought it said, "Can you say my name?" I'm like, what? Yeah, I can see you. Yeah. So her energy level was bottomed out, right? And now we're waiting and waiting and waiting to hear from FIT. Meanwhile, all of our friends are hearing from colleges, and FIT is like, you'll hear sometime before April 1st. And we're like, oh my God. So anyway, I'm going to cut this story short, but it fits with what I'm talking about because last night we heard back from Parsons and they didn't accept her. And I was not surprised because she was like, here's my application, you know, her energy was just dead. And she phoned in the special project, you know. I just knew she had no interest in this college. But we were still waiting for FIT, and while we heard about Parsons, we could also see that FIT was updating all the financial aid stuff in her portal. And everybody online was saying, if your college is updating the financial aid stuff, that's what they do before they send you the acceptance letter. They don't do the financial aid stuff for people they're not accepting. There's no reason to do it. So if you see that they're doing that, you are going to get an acceptance letter. So now we were just waiting for the official letter. Anyway, it came today, but last night we knew that the Parsons thing came, but she went to bed. We didn't tell her. She woke up in the morning, she checks her email, she sees the Parsons thing, she's all upset. She goes to school, tears, right? And I'm just like, you didn't even want to go to Parsons, and you have your heart set on FIT, and we know that you're getting in. She's like, I don't know that, you know, and all the things that you say that, you know, your ego is just going insane. Anyway, she goes to school. An hour later, we see the email, and we're texting her and calling her at school, and now she's all like, you know, and it's like, it was the perfect thing that I wanted to talk about today, because we see things. All right, I'm going to start with resolution now. All of that story fits into this, except yes, I am a proud daddy today, right? So we see resolution. As artists, we think of resolution as the clarity of an image, the dots per inch or the PPI or whatever we call it, right? There's that. There's clarity of an image, and there's more to resolution in an image than that. I forgot to lock up the dog, sorry. Right? And then we also see resolution as the conclusion of a story. There's drama, and then all of a sudden, the end. Right? And then everything wraps up in a nice bow, and we all go home feeling good, or it was a stupid ending and we hated it. But this is a perception that we have, and we create these things where it's like everything has to be either clearly good or clearly bad. Everything is black or white. Everything is good or bad. Everything's success or failure. And it's just like, it's not like that at all, because it's kind of like, do you ever hear that story? I don't know where I heard this story, but I have it written to say it was something I saw it in a children's book when the kids were little, and it was a story about like an elder tribe leader. It was something that was in China, but it could go to any kind of cultural leader. So the guy was talking to the elder tribe leader about his son, and said, like, what's going on? He's like, well, the army came and drafted all the young boys. Oh, that's bad, you know. And the elder is like, well, maybe. And I tell the story backwards. I knew I should have written out the story. That was the end of the story. Anyway, the whole thing was that something would happen, it's bad, and something would happen, it's good. What happened was the elder's son broke his leg. Well, that's bad. Well, maybe. But then the army came and was drafting all the young boys. Oh, but he broke his leg, so they didn't take him. Oh, well, that's good. You know, but then something else happened that was bad, and then something else happened that was good. And it just seems like when, you know, like, oh, I didn't get into this school. That's bad. Wah, right? But then I got into this other school that I wanted. That's good. Yay. You know, and it's like, and that other school didn't even matter to begin with. And even if you didn't get into this school, that's not the end of the story, you know? So this kind of leads to this conditional thinking thing that we have, where it's like, I need this exact event to happen in order for me to feel good. And if it doesn't happen the way that I want, I'm going to feel bad. And so we react and respond depending on incomes. Good outcome, I'm happy. A bad outcome, I'm sad. You know, you get it. So the thing is that I don't know I don't know exactly why we think this, because we're conditioned to think in terms of things ending. Everything has a resolution and a finite, like, this is the end. Now she's in the school. Yay! And I'm a proud dad, and she's going to go to the school. But, you know, she might get to the school and meet somebody that breaks her heart. And I don't know. I'm just saying, like, she's going to have good days and she's going to have bad days there. I really, really, really want this client. I get the client. Yay! And I get the check and I get the contract. Hooray! And then the guy's an idiot and then they want all this stuff and they're very unreasonable. Boo! You know, and it's like, we do this, and you know, as artists, we think of like that I'm making a painting or a sculpture or something. At some point, it's finished. It's done. You know, I hang it on the wall. I put it in a museum. I sell it. Whatever. Right? It's finished. I make a video or a movie or a TV show or a song. It's finished. You don't wake up every day and work on the same piece of art every day for the rest of forever. But you know, life doesn't end, right? We watch the movie and it wraps up and the hero just walks off into the sunset. And that says the end on the screen. And it's kind of like his life or her life is frozen in that happy moment. And it's just happy ever after forever. Except when we walk off into the sunset, we have to go home and we have to feed the dog and do laundry and make dinner and go to bed and wake up in the morning, and then there's more crap to deal with, and nobody cares that I had a great day yesterday because now today I got to do this crap, you know? So it's like I don't know if he's here, but Jan commented on one of my things today that it's not, there aren't finite endings to things. It's an everlasting process of goal achievement to be celebrated. So definitely celebrate the things, but they're not the end. It's not the end of the story. She got accepted to the college. That's great. I'm very happy. I'm very proud. You got into the gallery showcase. You got the new client. You did this or you did that. That's great. Those are great things. But tomorrow, if the great thing doesn't happen again, that doesn't mean now suddenly life stinks. I think you get what I'm saying. I don't need to repeat myself. Let's go to the comments because I'm sure you guys got a lot of smart things to say. Let's see. I see everybody. That's a good thing, except Hector, but he's got H's there, so I appreciate that. All right, so where were we? Oh, my brother's here. Sup? What's up, man? That's my brother, in case everybody was wondering why he has the same last name as me. Robin says, congratulations to your daughter. Thank you. Catherine, can you see my name? Yes. I just glanced out. I thought, I said, can you say my name? I'm like, what? Why? Do you want me to say your name during the live? Jennifer, I'm happy for the good news about your daughter. Thank you. I love FIT, says Robin. Yeah, we went there and a couple of years ago. It was really cool. And my daughter was just like, I want to go here. You know, she's like so ready to go live in the city and just be, you know, she's ready. She's ready for it. Kongs to the kiddo. Thanks. In my family, we don't say congrats or congratulations. We say Kongs, because when my wife and I were getting married, we had the rehearsal dinner, right? So we had this rehearsal dinner at a restaurant, and everybody in the family came to the rehearsal dinner. And you know, at restaurants or places, they have those signs outside where they put the letters up on the thing, and they put the letters up, and it just said Kongs, C-O-N-G-S, Bob and Laura. And we all thought it was the funniest thing that, you know, usually you'd write congrats, but they wrote Kongs. So to this day in my family, we say Kongs to everything. There you go. There's a dumb story. Jennifer says, energy tells it all. Yeah, it does, right? Because her energy waned for the other thing. Catherine says, rejection hurts even if you don't want what rejects you. Ego is so rude. That's really, really true. She knew deep down that she didn't want it, and she wasn't upset. That's a good point. She was not upset really because it's like, oh no, I can't go to Parsons. She didn't want to go to Parsons, and she knew it. But her ego is now telling you, you're probably not going to get into if they didn't want you, what makes you think FIT is going to want you? That's what she thought. You know, that's now what was eating away at her brain. Forget the fact that SVA was like, yes, on like day one, like months ago. But the energy from that win has gone. You know, she's not the wind of those pushing their sails or whatever, right, is no longer pushing her sails. Now suddenly the Parsons sting last night was just like strong. Yeah. Catherine Ritchie, so true, says Robin. Catherine says, it's like a no to something is a yes to something else. Usually the yes is what you actually need or want. Yeah, I've said this before, right? That everything is a gift. The day that my car broke down, I said, I'm going to try really hard to figure out, why is this a gift to me? The fact that my car didn't start that day, last week or whenever that was. And if you don't remember, then I found out because we had to have it towed to the mechanic. That was annoying. And I'm like, oh, loving this gift, right? And and then only to find out that okay, it needs a new starter, not a big deal. But at the same time, now that it's here, we see this other problem that was going to be a really big problem if we didn't fix it soon, and I didn't know about it. So that was the gift. So yeah, it's a no to something that you don't want. It's a yes to something else in it, or it's a light shining on something that you didn't even know was a possibility for you. Jennifer, yes, the universe has our backs. Yes, it does. Kelly says, I do this when I spend my time focused on the future. It's always chasing happiness and fulfillment in the resolution instead of finding satisfaction in the right now moment. Yeah, right? Exactly. It's like when this thing, I say this a lot, when this happens, then I'll be happy. And the opposite is also true. If this thing happens, I will be unhappy. We're very conditional creatures, and I don't know that we can turn that off or fight it, but you've heard me talk about the Dr. Joe books, the Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. There's an exercise in there where if you can start to become self-aware enough to recognize when you do that, he suggests figuring out the way you would rather be. It's like, oh, I'm being conditional, or I'm worrying about that thing again. And then, but I would rather be this. So when you recognize that you're being the wrong way, you can say change. And that will sort of just, you're practicing being aware of the fact that you're going there. And he always says that it's okay that you went there. The thing is, how long did you stay there? How long was your reaction time? Was it minutes and then you turned it around and got back to practicing the better, correct feeling way? Or were you there all day and now tomorrow's a shit show, you know? And what are you going to do? So, yeah, so that, Kelly. Robin says, but it's so hard to control the conditional thinking, except to maybe try to learn how to become aware of when it's occurring so you can calm yourself down to rational levels. Okay, I should have read Robin's thing before I said all that, because Robin also just gave the same answer. Very good. Amy said, we are conditional to have our life stories like a Hollywood movie. We really are. It's like we want that happy ending. Everybody loves the fairy tale thing. You know, we were just telling the kids the other day about because my daughter said something about Meghan Markle, and we were talking about Princess Diana and my wife when she was younger, waking up to in the middle of the night to watch the royal wedding when Diana and Charles got married. And it's like there's something about that is just so like, wow. You know, everybody wants that wedding day or that big win or that whatever your thing is. You know, not everybody wants a wedding day, but you know what I mean. It's like there's a thing that everybody wants that it's like, oh, I just want that thing. And the interesting thing about a wedding day specifically is that it's just a day. You got to wake up in the morning and you're married. You know what I mean? And nobody thinks that far sometimes. Or maybe, you know, in that specific thing you do, but it's like, I just want that client. If I just get that good client, or if I could just get that job, or if I could just be this thing, or get that car, or get into that college, you know? And it's like, okay, now you're in the college. Now what? You know, now you're in the college. Good for you. Good. Now what do we do? Well, you gotta go live there now, and you don't even know what your dorm room's gonna look like, or if your professor is a moron, or you know what I mean. It's like there's going to be this whole the universe is like, yeah, you got the thing. Well, guess what? Here's a whole pile of new contrast and crap for you to sift through because you're good at this, you know. It's like, okay, and that's just what life is. So, you know, and there's good things in there too. I don't mean life sucks, but you know what I mean. There's always a new level of contrast and every time you hit that next thing. Man, can you imagine if I didn't talk this fast? These things would be like 3 hours long. Robin says, whether it's exuberance or sadness, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know what you're saying. A journey, not a destination like life, says Jennifer. That's it. Mikey says, now is all there is. Yep. Amy, can we live without having a resolution and just walk towards the new moment? Well, we do live without having a resolution. There is never a resolution. That's the point. It's like we think that thing is going to be the resolution, but you literally have to live the next moment. It's like, okay, well, you got the thing, or this happened now. Now what? Well, I'm still here, and now I want another thing. You're just going to suddenly want another thing, right? Haven't you ever gotten a thing that you've been dreaming about or thinking about for a long time, and now you have it? Well, now you're not dreaming about having it anymore because you got it. You're like, well, I got it. Well, now I want that thing. you want the next thing. So, these moved. Can we live? Yeah, okay. Robin says, I thought the same thing, LOL, about can you say my name, and didn't realize the truth he said. Okay. Congratulations to your daughter. I'm sure she will shine for sure. Your chatting is good and inspiring. Oh, that's good. Who is that? I'm sorry. I got to take my glasses off to see my phone. Pradeep. Hello. Thank you for that. I very much appreciate it. By the way, you're new to Daily Fuel. There's a link in the thing for Ecamm. I'm using a streaming software, so I can't see you. It's just a gray circle and not your name. So your name I can't see. Catherine's name I can see. Catherine says, cultivating non-attachment. Oh yeah, that's what we have to do, right? We have to practice that, not being attached to a specific outcome. I was like, what? I didn't understand it. That happens to me. Kelly says, but I'd rather be. I like it. Did I say that? I don't remember. Okay. Oh, who's this? This is David Oliver. All right, good. I'm glad I looked. David says, a resolution in the form of deciding to do something occurs when I go into my creative space and make my art, so it has to happen to do so, but once it's done, I display it, which I find satisfaction in. I gotta read that again. I'm sorry. A resolution in the form of deciding to do something occurs when I go into my creative space to make my art. So it has to happen to do so, right? But once it's done, I display it, which I find satisfaction in. Okay, so you're like there's the resolution that you decide to go do it, and then there's the resolution in creating it, and now there's satisfaction in displaying it. That's a great way to think about it. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Oh, that's the last comment. Okay, well then I guess we're done. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, as always. Wonderful to see everybody today and see a lot of new faces too, which I'm always happy about that. So yes, so if you're new to Daily Fuel, like David, you're here a couple of times, and Pradeep, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Just click that Ecamm link. It's in the it's in the announcement every day of the post that is the live at around 6 p.m. or so. 5 p.m. I post it Eastern U.S. time. You just got to click it once, and then I'll be able to see you. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. David, you get the booby prize because nobody else's comments are popping up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Oh, there you go. Thank you, dear. Who said that? And Pradeep swoops in at the last second and steals the booby prize from David. Sorry, dude. I took way too long to click the goodbye button. All right, I'm clicking it now. You know what? You can both have the booby prize tonight. Just watch your mailboxes. I'm sending them out tonight. I'll see you later. Bye.